Whoa, sorry, didn't see you there. Just gearing up for winter here. So you know what time of the year it is, right? Well, for most people in the Northern Hemisphere, it's winter-ish, it's December, and that means there's something really awesome to look forward to. And that is Goodnight 2021. Last year, we introduced Goodnight 2020, which basically is a local overnight initiative to get you all out on your bikes to sleep underneath the stars and bid farewell to the year. And it happened to be a smashing success. Similar to Rafa's Festive 500, here at BIKEPACKING.com, we wanted to make a cycling challenge that was maybe a little bit more attainable. So this year it is back, and we have 6 awesome prize packages to give away by just participating. But there are 3 simple rules. So rule number 1 is all you have to do is camp out between December 25th and December 31st. So we are well aware we're still in a pandemic, so there are COVID restrictions and lockdowns in certain parts of the world. So you can be creative, maybe sleep in the backyard or something like that. So rule number 2 is keep it small and self-sufficient. Because we are still in a pandemic, it's probably a good idea not to have a party in the woods. This initiative is more about connecting with the great outdoors and reflecting on the year that was 2021. And rule number 3 is have fun. Enjoy the time with your friends, enjoy the time with your bike, enjoy the time in the great outdoors. So as a bonus, we're giving away 6 awesome prize packages. The prizes include a tent, a sleeping bag, and a sleeping pad from Big Agnes, 2 Bar Jam / Horton handlebar harness systems from Rockgeist, and 2 pairs of Mars Robusto Ultradynamico tires. So all you have to do to enter to win is hit the link in the description below and fill out the form. Then be sure to take some photos of your Goodnight 2021 campout and tag them on Instagram with hashtag Goodnight2021campout. We'll be following along, and we might even share one of your photos on our Instagram account. And stay tuned to BIKEPACKING.com as we will award those winners sometime in January. So right now I'm going to share 10 tips to make for a more enjoyable bikepacking experience with that lack of daylight. First up is starting in the dark. Don't let the dark stop you from actually getting out the door. Strapping lights to your helmet and your bike, great way of getting out the door and getting to your campsite safely. And riding at night offers a different perspective, especially if you're riding on your local trails. It makes you feel like you're riding a new trail, and it's super rewarding. If you don't have lights, there's some really affordable options out there, or you could probably use the resources that you have. I like to use my headlamp and actually take the headlamp strap off, add some 1-wrap Velcro, and just strap it to my helmet. Either way, if you get off work late and it's dark out, don't let that hold you back. Another tip is finding a camp spot with morning sun. Especially if it's gonna be cold out, it's super nice to be greeted by the sun as you wake up in the morning. This will also allow the condensation to evaporate a little bit quicker. So when you're contemplating where to set up camp, make sure you have the sun in mind. And if it's cloudy out, consider being in a more sheltered area, away from the wind or away from the elements. Next, well, get creative with lights. A few options are, well, bringing a DIY candle or a fire starter, and Miles actually published an article on this detailing how to make one, which is pretty cool. So we know a lot of places around the world, you're not even allowed to have open flames or fires. So you could also bring a solar lantern, or you could bring something like this. These are fairy lights, and these will create not only a cool atmosphere around camp, but just help light it up, especially with all that darkness. It's kind of nice to see. So I love dehydrated meals because, well, they're lightweight, they're super easy to make, and they're delicious, especially nowadays. But with all that time at camp, it's a good opportunity to make a gourmet meal. So consider bringing a bigger pot or some real food. Last year, Virginia made some delicious latkes for her Goodnight 2020 overnighter, and she put together a great recipe and article, and it is linked in the description below if you're interested in making some backcountry latkes. But some other simple ideas are some bean and cheese burritos, perhaps a single pan stir fry with all the good veggies, or even backcountry pad thai. Either way, you can get creative, and it's a good time to get creative because you'll probably be spending plenty of time at camp. Another option is to read, or in this day and age, listen to an audiobook. Obviously, books in general, they're heavy, they're bulky, they take up space. Audiobooks, well, they don't really take up space, maybe just some memory on your phone. And another option is to listen to a podcast, and you can do this with your group too, on speaker. Or if you're up for it, maybe a little background Van Morrison while you're cooking dinner. Huh? So another one, and maybe not related to the lack of daylight, but just our busy schedules, is make a rendezvous. So set up a rendezvous point for a start location, or set up a time where you can meet all of your friends at a campsite. We all have our own lives and schedules, so setting up a time and a place to meet can make it easier on each individual. So another great opportunity to pass the time is to play games. For me, I love bringing cards so I can play some rummy, but another great option is bringing dice. You can play Farkle, you can play Yahtzee. There's some really great games out there that are lightweight and don't take up too much space in your kit. Another treat, especially on a cold winter evening, is warming yourself up with a cocktail or mocktail. Some fun and easy ones are Scratch Lab hot apple cider and some Jack Daniels, or some hot toddy mix, or simply just bringing some hot cocoa mix. Being able to enjoy a hot beverage while warming your hands is a real treat, especially while bike packing. Camp chairs are another option, and especially with the duration that you're at camp, being able to sit down comfortably is a nice thing. So we've learned in the past, it's really nice to have a chair instead of sitting on the ground. We recently published an index on a variety of chairs that work well for bike packing, so that's linked in the description below. So last but not least, surprise your friends. Bring a costume, some cocktails, some delicious food. Bringing some extra flair for your Goodnight 2021 overnighter will not only help surprise your friends and make for a more enjoyable experience, but it'll just liven up camp and it'll be fun. So that about does it. If you have any suggestions on ways of coping with the lack of daylight while you're out bike packing, leave it in the comment section below. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, pedal further.